Compose yourself, Chase. Can I join them? Can I join their band? I don't know, I'll sell merch. I'll carry their speakers. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you're new here, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and you're good to go. We are back with more Doll Boxx, and I could not be more excited. I love everything about this group. They're incredibly talented. They write amazing music. They got a sense of humor. These girls can do it all, and I'm super excited to get stuck into another one of their songs. We're looking at a song called Shout Down. It's an official video, and quite a few of you guys have been requesting this of my last reaction to them. So excited to get stuck in. Doll Boxx, Shout Down. Let's see what you got. Bit of Prodigy vibes. No, wait, I don't care how long this video takes. We're going back and we're hearing that all again. I love that. That guitar work is the perfect blend of kind of classic rock and roll and then the heavier scene. And the reason I'm very familiar with it is because it's exactly the kind of riff I would look to write in my old band. I love that kind of stuff. There's a lot of flavor to it, and there's one of the signature things that makes it kind of a rock and roll feel is you'll hear that the guitarist is working her way down the neck, but the hammer-ons are going up, so it's almost working as a counter as it moves down, and then there's a nice tail and top off there. Now, there's a million ways to do that, so there's no kind of like set formula, but there is a generic feel to that that makes me feel like that it's a typical rock and roll heavy piece, and it's amazing. When the drums kicked in and she started screaming, it's all coming back to me now. Her scream is amazing. I mean, I've only listened to a very small portion of the song, but I can tell you now, based on that alone, it goes on my playlist. This is awesome. Okay, nice technique there. I love how they took that energy all the way down, took out that clean guitar and just clean guitar and vocals. That was really nice. You're going to hear, you can do it with a cymbal, or you can do it with a vocal, kind of like almost like a whisper. If you create the sound, whether you hit the cymbal or you do a vocal piece and you reverse it, and then you do an exponential fade, you'll get that sound that builds into certain pieces. It's used quite a lot with bands because it creates an extra little element of hype towards the end of a build-up, shows you it's going to move into something else. Very smart, and they've done it well here. That bass. Genius. Absolutely genius. If you're a songwriter, this is going to make you smile. I'm going to be very excited throughout this song. They went into a verse piece, then they went into this kind of musical evolution of it, and then it broke into that heavier piece where you thought, okay, we're going into a chorus, right? But no, it was just the scream. It was a bit of a vocal layering on top, and then all the way back down into another verse piece again, but now it's more full. Now you can hear the other guitar kicking, the distorted guitar, sorry. You can hear the bass working so hard, kind of bringing that together. It is structurally quite like intelligent, and it's making me smile big. we're going to go into a chorus, I'm sure, but I want to go back to hear the trade-off with the vocals. When you have two phenomenal vocalists, and they do, there's so much you can do with it, and trading off is one of those things. It's the equivalent of a guitar solo trade-off. Shout out Unleash the Archers, who are kings of that. You could hear her kind of tailing off one of her lines that she was singing, and then the drummer taking over, and it's just a nice way of incorporating both singers into a build-up piece, which is going to be moving into, I'm assuming, the chorus. It sounds like a pre-chorus at the moment. I like the keys doing some filler work in the back and providing like a canvas, like a melodic blanket to kind of sit on top of the song. It's very cool. Okay, hang on. I'm blown away by this. I really am. Super catchy chorus. I love the interaction again with the vocals, the music doing just what it needs to, upping the tempo, providing the melodic background, and not trying to overdo it. However, I don't want to understate that what they're doing isn't simple or easy. It's just they're doing what's necessary. They're putting the music first, and I think it's really smart. The scream does have a distortion on. I know she can scream anyway. I know she can scream like crazy, but it does have a distortion on, and it's purposeful. It's supposed to sound like it's clipping, and clipping is when the audio input level on the device you're recording can only kind of withstand a certain kind of volume coming in, and when it exceeds that, it starts to get distortion on, it starts clipping, right? That's when you see the red light start beeping, and that's a purposeful, deliberate use of that effect, and I think it's awesome. I think it adds a lot of variety to it. I think it adds an aggression where there's been a lot of melody, and it's very, very smart. Then they top and tailed into that start piece again, and we're going to go into another verse. This is ticking every single box I have. That bass slapping and popping. I do want to stop there, and I'm going to leave it there because it's in a place to track forward. I love this whole live performance concept and how it's formed. When it went into the chorus and it was those slow zooms into each band member as it was changing, it just rhythmically felt like the visuals were working and helping the music. It is such a good concept. This is such a great production. Where they paused here right now, so smart. There's everything about them is unique. It's unexpected, but it all works. Oh, shout out Doll Boxx, man. Okay, so I speak a lot about visuals helping you find sound. Sometimes when you see something, my ear drumming is going so crazy, my hair's going all over the place. When you see something visually and you start like latching onto the look of it, your ears can help you find that sound. And for a second there, they showed the keyboard player, and she was doing quite a lot of frenetic kind of, you know, almost staccato playing there. She was doing a lot of broken up chords and quite sharply, quite heavy on the keys there. And you can start to pick that up. It's just it's the equivalent of playing a chord, I mean, which you could have done as a blanket, and then breaking it up with little hits in between. And I think it's smart because it works with what the syncopation's doing with the drums and the guitar, and again, doing what's necessary and making sure that it adds value to the sound versus just having an extra instrument. It's very cool. Where are we going now? There you go. My brain hurts. Okay, so here's the thing. Solos can be really impressive when there's a lot of technical elements and it follows the same kind of rhythmic pattern of the song. And at its core, this did that. But there's so much more to this. The technical playing is spot on the money. The tone is incredible. It looks effortless for her. It's so inspiring to see her just play like that. It makes me want to play right now. Like, it's an amazing solo, constructed really well. But there's something I want you to listen out for. In the middle, and I hope we went back enough, in the middle of the solo, you're going to hear the drums do something to help accent a part of the solo, and you'll hear it at the end again. That's rare. You don't always hear the other instruments. Normally they step back and provide just the melody, and then the solo sits on top. This is special. Okay, so there's another smart thing that people do all the time. When you have a double chorus, the only way to break that up is, well, you can lead straight into it again, or you can leave a gap. But when you leave a gap, you have a problem because sometimes it can seem empty. A way to counter that is to do a syncopated piece they did there. So you leave a gap, and then you don't go dead on the beat. You almost break in just after or just before. You can do either one, and then you either have to catch up or slow down. But it adds this change in that pattern, that rhythm, makes it really exciting to kind of latch onto the next part of the chorus. It's just a smart technique to use. Spaces. There at the end, perfect way to wrap it up. I wanted them to kind of have something a little bit more intricate and a bit proggy at the end there to kind of all work together. When all the instruments align, they start playing the same melody, same structure, and they just little offbeat accents, and I think it was really smart. It's just a kind of tip of the hat to how smart, technical, and well thought out the song has been. That was special. Oh, okay. Compose yourself, Chase. Can I join them? Can I join their band? I don't know, I'll sell merch. I'll carry their speakers. Somebody tell them I want to carry their speakers. Wow. What a band. What a band. I've kind of yapped on about all the technical elements. I just want to say, like, when I hear music like that, it's super inspirational. It makes me really happy. It just sets the tone for my day. And I record these in the morning. I go for a run. I come back, I have some coffee, and then I record them early. I want to give myself enough time to edit them throughout the day and try and, build up a bank of content. So I try and get it done early in the day. And this just sets the tone for me. What a remarkable, special band. They are, people always ask me, like, what are some of the favorite bands that you've discovered on the channel? They're right in the conversation to be at the top of the list, because how can you listen to that and not appreciate and love everything? You don't even have to like the kind of music they're playing, but it's just magical. And they're so comfortable, and it's a tribute to how comfortable they are with their instruments as individuals to be able to perform like that and just make it look so effortless. Doll Boxx, man, I'm fully on board. I love that one. I hope you liked it too. We are doing much more of their music because I can't not. I don't know how to not listen to them. So you guys are stuck with it for now. But please tell me where to go next because I absolutely love that. Until then, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.